Hello, Paso. This is Wicked Ink 915, tattoo artist out of the borderland. I specialize in custom tattoos and digital art for band logos, business logos, and personalized art. Find me on Instagram at Wicked Ink underscore 915 or under Wicked Vinyl Creation to schedule appointments for your next tattoo or to get your personalized merch such as stickers, t-shirts, mugs, and patches. Thank you and have a great day.
We are back here, home sweet home at the Rock House Dive Bar Kitchen Venue. My guest at this time is my personal favorite El Paso comedian. I said it, deal with it. You may have seen him at various open mics around town, hosting the comic strip and the Mountain Gods, performing as a frontman for Feline Fox,
Yep.
or at the very least, his viral YouTube video where he sang Purple Rain in Hollywood.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Austin Brown, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll clap for myself.
So this month, the December 20th, you have your big DIY showcase coming up. Tell us all about it. Time, date, location, everything.
Yes, it's the big one. December 20th, 2024 marks the date of my first ever comedy special. And it's going to be at Davenport Social Club on far west side of El Paso. That's by the Montecillo area. It's my first ever special. I got a lot of friends and family coming. I want a crap load of people that haven't seen me, because that'll be especially great. But a lot of my day ones, since I literally started day one, are gonna be there. It's gonna be I mean, coin the term special. It's going to be a special moment. It's like everything I built over the years in one special to send out. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's for agents and anybody in the industry to let them know I've been out here. I am a gem, one of many gems in El Paso that we have. There's so much talent like out here, but I don't think they get enough eyeballs on the city, which and along with a lot of people that are out here producing and doing comedy themselves, are trying to put El Paso on the map. And so many times, like, we're on the map. We're in like different movies or whatever. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio has just been here. It's one of the many things I feel like is going to help put the city on the map and help advance my life, because I want to pay my hospital bills and pay off my student loans and stuff. So
That's
yeah,
important.
yeah.
So you said day one. Now, you went to high school in El Paso, right?
Yes.
Where are you from originally?
I am from Kentucky. I moved around a lot. My parents are military. Retired here. This became my home, and I went to J.M. Hanks High School, Hanks Skanks, and I didn't know that until I got here. So that's always weird. But I graduated '09 in Hanks. I went to UIW in San Antonio. That is the University of Incarnate Word, and didn't graduate. But I started here at high school. I started in a talent show, but then I started officially with my own material and everything in San Antonio at the LO Comedy Club.
And what year is this?
The year I went, at least 2010, if not late 2000. Yeah, 2011 is where I started.
Okay, I was barely in El Paso. That
wasn't in El Paso. That was San Antonio. And then I just kept going from there, and then just cut my teeth when I came back, because I stayed in San Antonio for like 3.5 years, almost a whole presidency, and then I came back, and that's where I started gritting my teeth with just all the stuff you guys have seen, like you said, at like random bars or at the comic strip. Really started gritting my teeth with the art of comedy.
Yeah, because I didn't realize how long you've been in the game, because I didn't come across you until 2019 doing those open mics. But I know you obviously had some experience under your belt, because you definitely weren't a day oneer, I know. But I had no idea how long you've been in the game.
Mm-hmm. About 10.5 years now. Yeah, so almost 11 years doing this, and yeah, it's gotten to so many points where you just want to quit sometimes, because like what society has a weird way of like, oh, look how so and so is doing, they're already married or whatever, and people pressuring you into college, and that wasn't it. And I felt like a huge failure because I didn't meet to people's standards, because like the standards of life is like, oh, you go to high school, you graduate, and then you graduate high school, and then you go to college, and then you go to college, and then you graduate, and then you graduate college, and then you get a job, and then you marry, and then you die. Like it's all that, and I'm like, damn, all right, well, felt like it was failing for a bit, but like all my day ones, like over the last couple of days, has been doing a number of podcasts with different people. Shout out to everybody that I've been on with, including you, and thank you for having me. But
Of course, anytime, man.
yeah, and it's been throughout life, people telling you, yeah, dude, whatever you do, don't quit. Don't quit. And I've gotten close. I've gotten so close so many times. But it seems like anytime I'm at that moment, something special happens. You work with like a legend, Donnell Rawlings or whatever, or any of the legends I've ever worked with. Shout out to them as well. I don't have to name drop. I mean, you can go on all.
I was at Donald Rolling shows and awesome night.
Yeah, you were that. See, so many people have seen me grow with different shows and open up for so many people, and along the way, just telling me, "Don't quit, don't quit." Just being honest, like I've been, and that's what the special. I'm gonna reveal a lot to the people that don't know how deep that shit was for me not to quit. I'm like, damn, dude, like it's like society's telling me not to, and like I joke, but like shit, somebody just got shot for. I don't condone that shit, but like somebody just got shot for that healthcare shit.
Oh yeah, I saw that on I think on YouTube or Facebook reel. Yeah,
I don't condone that shit, but I can understand why people are like not showing sympathy because that whole thing is fucked.
it is. I mean, yeah, some of those comments are brutal. But I was like, I
Yeah.
can't argue with it though.
Right, dude. It's like, gray area, baby. You know, like it's fucking yeah. But I say that to say I've been doing this for so long that I can't even afford anything that's wrong with me. Performing for my fucking life.
Damn.
Yeah, but I have the most joy out of it. I have so much joy out of it, and I pray that one day that comedy does literally save my fucking life. You know what I mean? I really do. But I got too deep.
No, but I like the whole DIY approach. It's like it's kind of like you're kind of going the punk rock route, but it's comedy. You know, you're doing it all yourself, getting it out there.
Yeah.
You know, okay, well, you're not getting the proper spotlight, so you're going to create your own spotlight. And,
Right.
I mean, this could be like, who knows? You're going to be like the Master P. This could be like the No Limit comedy or whatever. Or
Yeah, as long as it's not Diddy. I don't want to be Diddy. I don't mislead people. What can you?
No, I'm talking about the building and the expansion. That's what.
Right. What you willing to do for this money, Playboy? I ain't trying to do all that. Just put my, just be willing to put in time for my family, and my friends. That's all I want to do. You know, that's all I want to do. That's all any of us want to do. Just look out for ourselves, our family, our friends. Fucking for the most part. Some people are assholes.
So, how many times have you hosted the comic strip? I know it's a ton. I mean, we're double digits, 20s, 30s probably, or
I stopped counting, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I stopped counting and just kept going. I've been on go since day one. I couldn't even tell you. I'm being honest. I couldn't even tell you when my anniversary for like my comedy birth was. But paraphrasing, like I just knew. Like once I kept going at the LOL Comedy Club over in San Antonio, and I kept going and I kept going. I had shitty jobs, worked at GameStop and a retail center, fucking sports place, sold sushi, all this shit. I was boxing people's shit up. I was weak. I was skinny as shit, just lifting fucking furniture and shit. Just like
you do look healthier.
oh yeah, no, I thank God, man. I've been making sure I'm at least okay. But yeah, dude, it's been all that shit, and I kept going. Came back after all that. Um, was lost. I was like, well, what can I do? Because I felt like I failed. I was like, oh man, college didn't work out, and didn't save up for shit. Student loans still on my ass. By the way, student loans. I have my payment. Want to guess when one of my payments is?
On the 20th?
Yep. Sons of bitches, right? So you guys have to buy tickets, alright? No, but
That's crazy. I mean, at college, it's not what it's cracked to be. I mean, I went to college, I have a degree, and I never use it.
what did you study?
I studied health, fitness, and recreation with a concentration exercise science. It sounded cool on paper, but
Sounds great.
I wanted to be a martial arts instructor or run a county rec center, but I ended up moving to El Paso for a government job.
Oh wow.
Never looked back.
See, that's the thing with all those degrees. Like at the end of the day, most of my friends don't even use that shit.
That's crazy. I
Well,
mean, unless it's specific, like if you're a doctor or a lawyer,
right.
you know.
And then even then, I got friends that are doctors or nurses, dentists. Some of those motherfuckers don't even like their job. They hate it. It's that. It's true. It's like
Wasn't dentist one of the most like depressing jobs, whatever they said a while back? Like,
is it dentists or is it doctors?
I thought it was dentist maybe, but like,
I believe it'd be doctors because like I mean dentists like you're just dealing with like fucked up mouths all day. I'm sure that can be but like with doctors they gotta see death a lot.
yeah,
They and all that grief. I can only imagine.
yeah, you gotta be like super callous to deal with that shit. I mean,
Definitely, and they party hard.
yeah,
Yeah, their private parties are crazy.
I can imagine. So you went to San Antonio, you came back, and when I met you, you were kind of in between El Paso and Austin.
Yep, I
So
went to
how,
Austin too.
so compare the scenes like comedy wise, like El Paso versus San Antonio versus Austin. I assume Austin's a heck of a lot bigger.
So when I was in Austin is hands down bigger. San Antonio, it was a little because I was fresh in. I didn't go that deep into what it could possibly be. By the time I was there, I only did open mics, and I really couldn't afford to go to too many mics because I was taking bus routes. Mm-hmm. I was working two jobs and just bus routes every day, and after work, I would just do that shit. I felt like I was in the understanding that most comics don't get paid, and I guess I'll treat it as something to just get the shit off my chest. And if good shit happens, I'll just leave it up to God is how I was treating it. And I left, came here, realized there is a club scene that I could have taken advantage of, but I didn't know the ins and outs. I was just trying to figure out my set. And then Austin, when I was there, this was pre-pandemic. This was pre-Joe Rogan, all that shit. So I was there building up my name, was able to hit up some venues. I paid for Ubers, got a couple of bus routes, but at the end of the day, I was getting rides at this point. And realized it was a huge scene because Austin's huge. That sounded like Trump. Austin's huge.
Huge.
It was the hugest. It was the hugest. But I realized when I left how big it was. Because the only reason why I left Austin was because the pandemic happened, and I happened to be, unlike Trump or Kamala, I actually worked at McDonald's. So
I
fuck
remember
you
that.
guys. Yeah. So fuck you guys using it as a publicity stunt.
I remember that routine you did it. Well, several places, but B17s among
Mhm.
others. I'm not going to spoil anything, but
Oh no,
I
yeah,
love that
yeah,
routine.
you're good. Yeah, but yeah, man, I actually worked there, and I was like, man, you motherfuckers don't know that pain. Um, but I left because I'm sure, like, excuse me, like a lot of people, we didn't know what the fuck the pandemic was going to lead to. We didn't know how long it was going to be. We didn't know it was forever or whatever. So I was like, I need to head home. I need to see my family. I can't be here by myself working at McDonald's. This is not. I don't. Is McDonald's gonna live? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
And by the time I left, time had settled a little bit. We had recovered, and then Joe Rogan started happening. Kill Tony moved there, and I was like, this was huger than I thought. I only to answer that, I only figured out how big each scene was after the fact, and how big comedy can be in general just right now. And that this is like me 10.5 years in. So it just depends on what you want to do. Like I want to do clubs. I mean I've done bars my whole upbringing, private shows scattered in there. I love casinos. I love clubs, and I've only had one theater. There wasn't really that many people.
Where was that at?
Uh, Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
Killeen, Texas. It was a great theater, but I this is a bucket list. I want to do theater shows, and I don't know where my first theater gig is going to be, but like this will mark down in history the time I talk to you about theater gigs. Who knows where that's going to be? but we'll remember this, in time to come. But that's one. I feel like I'm all over the place with your question,
No,
but
just let it roll, man.
yeah, but I only to answer your question, I only understood how big or the type of scene that I was in after the fact because like I mentioned, I'm always on the go, so I just really can't process it until you're gone. You don't really see shit for what it is until like it's gone. That's
Yes.
with anything. So um, I can tell you, San Antonio was kind of depressing. I love the people there, but like it was just the bars that I was at. But I came back later, got a chance to do like some guest spots here and there. Um, Depends on where you're at. Austin, haven't had a chance to do their big shows, but I plan on doing that. I plan on doing Kill Tony at least once.
Nice.
People said like a minute, you would smash that, and you would smash the Q&A.
Excuse my ignorance. What's Kill Tony?
Kill Tony is very popular podcast show. It's been around for a long time. They changed locations. They used to be in like Cali or something, and then they moved to Austin after the pandemic. You see a lot of people getting hella work after just doing a minute and doing that interview, and then like if they get the golden ticket, they just start getting booked. It's like a magic ticket. It's a magic ticket to comedy. You don't even have to be doing it for that long, but if you smash your minute and then they do a Q&A afterwards and you take the roasting and then you got a memorable presence, they give you that golden ticket, then you're all of a sudden your numbers go up. You go from like 6,000 to like 100. Like one of my guys, Hans Kim. I did a show with him, and he was one of the people that opened up before me, and I was headlining that show, and he was on that, became a regular. Now he's doing sold out shows and theater gigs and all this other shit. There's other comedians, Cam, so many other people. But if you have a shitty minute,
You're done.
no, you're not necessarily done. You can come back and smash, but it's a luck of the draw too, because like hundreds of fucking comics show up to this thing. Hundreds of fucking non-comics come to watch this thing. It's very popular. It's over there in Austin right now.
So do you sign up for it? Or is like they pick names out of a hat?
Yeah, you gotta have.
Oh, so literally luck of the draw.
And there's some people I'm sure that have special slots, but and then guest spots from like famous comedians. A lot of comedians have been on the panel. Yeah, it's very well known for the most part. Kill Tony, but yeah, I would love to do that. There's a lot on my bucket list I want to try. Kill Tony specifically because I need numbers. Like at the end of the day, I need people that haven't seen me to see how good I can be for people that already know. I mean, I want to come back with bigger shows and like be able to do cool shit. It's like, yeah, I gotta spawn some green M&Ms for my niggas over there. Whatever it is, I won't be too bougie, but yeah.
So the idea is it live stream or posted later online or on YouTube or what's the?
It's live and then they post it later. They clip it up.
You said they work with a production company or?
I don't know if they have a production. I'm sure they do. It's a lot of shit they cover. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm sure they have a team. I'm sure they have a production company. But yeah, Kill Tony. You can look it up. There's been so many people that they've probably been doing it for a long time. Some haven't done comedy for more than a year, and they fucking take off with this thing. I'm talking like you got 300 followers, all of a sudden you got like 55,000.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how much it can do. So it's a catapult.
Okay.
So Hawk 2 to the finish, and now she's finished.
Oh, I was watching it. Oh, I haven't watched the whole episode. I was watching a little Fresh and Fit, and I saw they were going over the. She's trying to, I guess, disown or deny the people who put her on. Like,
oh, that was the beginning.
Oh,
Did you hear about the crypto shit?
I haven't got that far into the episode, but yeah, they're talking about it.
Yeah, and I tried not to hate because that is just I don't even like using it, the hate, but I was very disappointed that she got famous because I was like, man, all these niggas out here struggling for 10 plus years, and you in 10 seconds, and turns out she's not a cool person. So I'm like,
Well, I mean, in the end, I mean, if you have talent, it's going to shine through. Like Michael J. Fox said, in the '80s, you actually had to be talented to be famous.
right, that changed. Ice Spice is a thing. No offense, she's pretty, but whatever. Mm. My girlfriend's pretty. But yeah, especially nowadays, I feel like the attention span has gone down. I feel
Definitely.
like the amount of talent that you need to even succeed has gone down exponentially. I don't even know how to explain it. It's sexy red's a thing.
Well, look at television. Like we went from like full TV episodes to YouTube to TikTok shorts. And like you said, the attention spans are microscopic.
Well, you know what started it? Well, I don't know when it started, but like, I feel like where I noticed it, Vine. Wasn't Vine 6 seconds?
I know it was short. I'm not sure.
It was 6 seconds. Vine was 6 seconds. And that's all people needed to catapult their careers. I mean, and they're doing great. Like King Bax was one of the kings of that shit. Him, Vincent Marcus, he's actually from El Paso and he's killing it out in Cali right now. A lot of these guys, they just get it. They get fast content. Boom, 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 boom. A lot of us can't really adapt to that shit. A lot of us are old school or just don't fucking get social media like that. That's understandable, but like the attention span definitely has gone down, and I don't know if that's where it started, but that's where I noticed it for sure.
But for that, it's like more one-liners, right? Like those short bursts, where it's like versus a whole comedy set, where it's like you might set up a joke, like the McDonald's joke I referenced. I mean, that's more than a Vine 6 seconds. That kills, but you got to set it up, you know.
It takes time. This one is like microwave food, hot pockets all the time. Like a lot of people love good meals. Everybody loves a good meal,
Yeah.
but like people, that's when I noticed people were like, but I'm on the go. I want a hot pocket right now. That's what I noticed about entertainment at that point, and I understood that some people knew how to get to the point real quick, and a lot of people are great at that. And some people just luck of the draw. Like people love seeing stupid shit, somebody falling or something. Like those are always we've been guilty of that shit. We love Jackass.
Yeah.
I loved Jackass, but now it's like everybody can be Jackass.
Yeah, it was innovative at the time, but now it's like okay, it's just people are trying to imitate them, and it's just okay, you're just a guy goofing off.
Exactly, but I mean, who's at fault? Them or the people that are like feeding them money for doing it?
True.
So hey, you know.
Hey, but Johnny Knoxville, he became a legit actor. He got some screen creds.
I love Johnny Knoxville. Yeah. I love Johnny. I love all of them. And they made careers off of it. I mean, they had a whole squad with him.
I like People of Bam in college. I used to watch a show of that.
He needs to stop hitting his dad, but I love that too, and I hope he's all right. I haven't seen much from
I saw him a few years ago. Actually, before the pandemic, he did Albuquerque Comic Con. He definitely aged. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I knew he was going through a lot, but hope all of them are doing all right. I saw Weed Man when I was in Cali.
Oh.
That was cool.
Was this the Prince trip or
the? No, this was before. Yeah. This was before, and so Jenny Robbins and I, shout out to Jenny Robbins. We were there with Jibs and I believe Adam Dominguez. Shout out to all of them. And we're at the Comedy Store. I'd never been there before. Anytime I'm in a comedy club, just seeing the names on the walls, it's always a great experience, and it's just a feeling too. When you're in the presence of like goats, like legends, it's like, damn, dude, this is dope. It's like kid in a candy store almost. And for people that don't know, Pauly Shore's family owns the club, and he was there putting up something out of his trunk to put into the store. And Jenny Robbins like, her shoulders kind of hiked up. There's Pauly Shore, and I'm like, nigga, where? And I said out loud, she's like, no, shh. And then we see him, and then he's like, and he's just like, hi, and then just like went in about his business, and we just kept it as is.
He's like, what's up, buddy?
No, he didn't know. He's just, hi. I'm like, you're not doing your lines. But after that, we're walking inside, and Kill Tony was at that show at that point. We had signed up. That's when I figured out it being a luck of the draw.
So they're broadcasting from the candy store, I mean, from the comedy store that night?
Mm-hmm. So that's when I found out about Kill Tony. I didn't know how big he was, by the way, until like that show, and then years later to see how big it actually got. So we're walking into the front. I see Wee Man, and I'm like, I look at him, and he looks at me, and he's like smiling, like Wee Man is like just always grinning. He's like, yeah, and I'm like, and I just pointed. I'm like, hey, and he's like, yeah, and we just shook hands. He was a real cool guy. That was my only interaction with Wee Man, but like, yeah, he seemed like a really cool because he could see in my face. I was like, nigga, that's you. He's like, yes, man. It's very nonverbal, but like we just dapped it up. It was cool.
That is cool.
Excuse me.
So have you been? How many times have you been to the comedy store? Just the one time? Or?
One time. One time.
And you've done Vegas a lot too, correct?
Did Vegas a couple times, yeah, a couple times.
That was with Adam, or
Yes, one was a guest spot at the Strat.
oh, nice! I love that place.
Yeah, it was dope. Only did that once. I done this other venue.
Oh, was Streeter there? I think Streeter told me about that. That was like right before the pandemic.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I did that one. I did very well, but you still need to know people to get like in. The last time I showed up like without Adam, they were kind of like, "Oh, who is this guy?" And I'm like, "Oh, fuck. All right, Dylan name, I get it. You know, I'm not a local, so I can't show up every time. You know." And I changed my hair like every fucking season, so you know, like, of course they wouldn't recognize me, but. Mm. Yeah, yeah. As far as Vegas, I've only been there like a handful of times, man. Like,
So I got to ask about the viral Purple Rain video.
Yeah.
So you were in LA or Hollywood, right?
yeah.
So tell the whole story. What gig were you there for, and how did it come about? And you singing on the street and going viral.
So, I was there for a NAM event, a NAMM.
Yeah, I'm going next month actually, going to Anaheim.
Ah, so you know. So I went there for the first time. I had no idea what the hell it was. I was there with Genuine Reference Studio. Shout out for them. Um, we had bought tickets. We had set that out months in advance, as well as I was simultaneously booking technically a glorified open mic over at Chateau Comedy Club. So I had two things to do, and the first one was that event, that musical event, and even Stevie Wonder was there,
Oh,
which
nice.
was cool. He didn't see me, but I saw him, and it was cool. Like, it was cool just to be around all those instruments. And I'll be honest, I was feeling a bit discouraged because like I was like, man, I need a looper for my voice. I need this, and I didn't see anything. And then all the instruments in there, every bit of those uh, vendors or whatever, nothing, nothing. Nothing for specifically what I wanted. And I was like, damn, I was asking everybody too. I felt like I went to every damn thing that was available. And there's so many. And didn't see anything.
How many days were you there? Like,
I was there for at least a week.
because I'm going next month, but I'm going with my son. He has school, so we'll probably get maybe a day and some change. But
The day and change will be just enough. But yeah, it's a huge event. It's huge. So, and you'll have a great time. It was awesome. And then the live performances were awesome. But I ended up walking outside in the little strip outside. There was a performance to the left, and we were going over by the right, I believe, to some other event. And this guy named Guitaro, this black guy named Guitaro, had his dreads up and fades on the sides. Had a sign that said, "Sing with me for free." He had a guitar and he was just smashing. Like, and the guy is super impressive. Shout out to Guitaro, and if you're not following him, follow him. What he does is just go city to city, playing his guitar to each and every song that you say. He learns it on the spot. He'll look up the song, look at the keys, and it takes him like less than 10 minutes, if that. If at the most 15 minutes. he'll go over, talk to you, and he's like, tuning his guitar. He's like, oh, so what song you want to sing? Blah blah blah. And you're like, oh, I'm like Purple Rain, and he looks it up literally on the spot, and he's like, oh. Looks up the key. Oh, key of Blobbity, and then like I don't remember what key it was, but he's like Blobbity, and then just starts bing bong bing bing. Okay, and then we go off, and there was cameras everywhere, but it was one of those moments. I was like, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm gonna have fun. I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is gonna change my life or anything. It was just like I was feeling discouraged. I didn't find anything I wanted. I wanted to show off somehow. Let me do it. And my drummer at the time for Feline Fox, shout out to Feline Fox, Abraham and Chris. Chris the drummer, he had his time to shine. Just playing drums randomly, just live, and I was like, I want to do that too. I'm in Cali. I want to. Who knows? Maybe Stevie just like, here's me. Who is that? Like just like real quick. But I just went, have fun, sang my song, and just thought nothing of it. Promoted it as you saw it. That's pretty much how it happened. And I had posted it like the day of on my story that it happened. And being honest, nobody gave a shit. Really, people were like, "Ah, yeah, cool." Like I posted it and it was shitty quality, mind you. It was shitty quality, but I posted the same video, and I didn't think nothing of it because nobody really responded. I was like, okay. And I went about my days, and then one day, excuse me, I was rehearsing with Feline Fox, and I saw that morning that Guitaro had posted it on his channel. I was like, okay, I brushed it off. I was like, yeah, cool. And we started rehearsal, kept practicing. Then I hear my phone, just kept going. I'm like, okay, did I leave like a porn tab open? Like, what's happening? Like, I thought I had a virus. I was like, what the, oh shit. Oh, not again. Um, Look at my phone, this shit is blowing up. And I had like family members and my friends like, hey man, your fucking Prince video is blowing up. I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, dude, look around. I'm like, oh shit. I looked at the YouTube views, and I believe they were like up there and just getting very nice comments, very fucking nice comments. And this was one of those times, like I told you in the beginning of this, one of those times I was like indifferent about how I felt about me being a performer, because like I was like, I don't, I'm indifferent right now. I don't know, you know. I was like, music is great, comedy's great, but I just feel like I'm stagnant. I don't know, feel like I'm moving, and then this shit happens. It always happened like that, where I felt like, maybe I should pivot, take a different route. Something happens. This was one of those moments, and then I'm getting a specific message from my brother, my little brother. I love that dude. Um, he was like, "Hey man, I don't know what I can do, but like, is there anything I can do to like help push this? Because like the world needs to see you." And I'm like, and I was still rehearsing. I was still in rehearsal mode. I was like, I don't know, tag fit fam, nigga. I don't know. That's exactly what I said. I was like, I even sounded like Dave Chappelle. I was like, I don't know, nigga, just tag fit fam, and that's what I said. And fit fam was like the first time I had gotten a shout from fit fam. And if you don't know Fit Fam is a huge platform for El Paso, Texas that covers viral moments of the city, different like political things, everything about the city, car crashes,
Good and bad.
good and bad. It is a public page that has over how many fucking followers, man?
It's a lot.
Yeah, in the thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. They posted my shit for free. Um, and I believe I had bumped up like to 3,000 followers from that, from people I didn't have previously. And then I had all throughout my different social medias people trying to find me. Um, and when some of them, are playing to idea of you. Like they just don't get what you do in your full life. A lot of people didn't know I was a comedian. There's a very young, very old video of me where I'm like, I was trying to figure it out. I mean,
is the smoky one?
it's the no, it's the one you can find it. It's where I'm like going up to people, no matter what color. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Anthony Austin Brown, and this person just called me a nigger," and then I see their reaction. uh, so I had some poor lady who was like,
You okay?
"Yeah," she was like, "You don't have to do all that. Why are you doing that? What happened to the young soul?" Or like, I was doing that when I was young. What are you talking about? You don't know me, but yeah, I had people that like looked up old shit of me and then like reached out and said some really nice stuff. It's been rare, very rare to see anybody say anything negative about that, but it's been a true treasure. And let's just say, if I do end up being extremely successful from all this, even the special just taking off and being that metaphorical glass ceiling break into the industry or what have you. I don't want no Diddy parties. I don't want nothing crazy. I just wanna spend my life doing what I love, paying my bills, paying all my fucking bills, paying off my student loans, paying off my fucking car, get me and my lady a house, making sure we're okay, spending time with my friends, family. That's all I want. That's all I want. And if I can do this, that's a plus. But yeah, it truly catapulted into that idea that it is possible. It's just meeting the right people, having that representation, because I've been doing this by myself for years, decades. So, or a decade plus. So it's finding that representation, somebody I can trust, having that team I can trust, because it takes a team. It takes a team. Tua was given a whole team off of 10 seconds. Where's my team? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I need that in my life right now, and I'm praying towards it, and I pray this stuff helps out. And I'm sure that Prince video is a part of that history, which only happened like a year ago.
Yeah, I remember when I was at work and my old bandmate Sam, you met him,
Mm-hmm.
and he texted me, he's like, bro. I was like, hey man, what's up? He's like, Anthony Austin Brown went viral, and he sent us a link. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he did Prince and not Mike. That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love both of them. And here's the thing: for people that know me, they know I love Michael. Let's not get into it. I love Michael. I do love Prince, but I had no idea until after the fact, with a lot like my fucking life, that I had a deep tie with Prince. My family runs deep with that. My parents' first date, they went to a live Prince concert.
Oh, nice.
A family member, auntie, well, she's a family friend, but she's an auntie because she's been around our whole lives. She was one of Prince's friends. She used to jam with him, like on stage and off. Used to hang out with Prince.
Damn. From the
Like,
Revolution days, or?
like the later days. Like she, she's got videos. She's got like pictures. This nigga gave her a fucking instrument, a bass.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? So look, we have deep ties with Prince, and I had no idea. And when you see the comments, if people were like really into this, like if they're really like, damn, that's kind of deep. It can get deep. That's how deep the water, the rabbit hole goes. You see what I mean?
Yeah. I'm showing my Prince tattoo right now. Just
Yeah, he is literally showing me the print. So there's always a tie to Prince, and I've been feeling it a lot lately. And having people that are true fans of his to say you did him justice, and I'm like, I hope so, because I realize the legend that is Prince, um, and there will never be another. The thing is, I've always loved singing that song, and I felt it was necessary to do it. It was just like a calling. I just felt like, what's my strongest song? What's my strongest song? What can I do right now? Prince. And it was like a hands down, even though I'm a huge Michael fan, there was something there that I didn't even know. until after the fact. And I sang Prince. And that's how the rest is history. We'll see how that turns out, like with everything, honestly.
That's crazy. I love how music works that way. I mean, that's we can have a special connection like that and through the generations. That's pretty cool. I mean, with a timeless artist, timeless song like that.
That's facts.
Hey, but real quick, I don't want. I know we're still talking about comedy, but on the music tip. So, were you into comedy first or music first, or which one did you pursue music prior to Feline Fox, other than karaoke stuff? I mean, did you ever perform in any other bands or anything? Or
I was in another band. I've only been in two. This was a band in San Antonio, Texas called Tiger Style. Tiger Style, and we did like funk rap. Um, and there's a couple of songs on SoundCloud for anybody trying to like.
sounds like a Wu-Tang Parliament fusion.
Yeah, pretty much. And we like the guitar player Brock Gibson. Shout out to Brock. He was a monster with that, and he listened to a lot of Parliament. Just like a funky dude. He used a lot of wah pedal. You know, he's just like super snake face. Um, but yeah, I started there. But to answer your question, I started neither before fucking one or the other. It was acting before that.
And when did that start?
That started right after, right in the middle of high school, because I had a basketball injury that took me out, and then like my grades started failing, so I pretty much given up on my basketball dreams, which was the first thing of anything. And then I was given the opportunity because I became like their stats guy. I was holding clipboards. I was like,
Oh, you're the manager?
Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck.
That was me. I got cut in the freshman year. I got cut. I was the manager of my team too.
So you know the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, during those times on our last period, which is when we had the elective classes or whatever, they had nothing for me because that was their practice rounds, and I was pretty much given permission to walk the halls and just shoot the shit in school, and I would go to sometimes my English class or whatever, or my favorite class to stop by was the theater class. And I just loved comedy. Comedy was one of those things my parents would show me and my brothers like when we were super young, just like SNL, In Living Color, a lot of In Living Color, the Wayans brothers, Martin Show, Jamie Foxx's show, Def Jam, Comic View. We had the VHS of Kings of Comedy, and watching all that super young, it kind of like put me in the spot to like, damn, I didn't know if I loved acting or comedy or what, but like it was like the stem of that. It was the planted root. So I'd walk to this class every fucking like for the rest of my senior year, go to that class, and I would just sit in their class and just enjoy it and partake in it. And they had a play called Willy Wonka's and the Chocolate Factory, and I was staying in during one of the auditions, and pretty much I thought they were fucking with me. They were like, "Hey, get up there and join them in the rehearsal." I'm like, "Oh, I do this all the time." I'm just like fucking around, and I was waiting for the joke to end. Long story short, the joke never ended because at the end of the audition process, he hands out all of the dialogue, all of the lines, all the paperwork. And he hands me one, and I'm like, "Nah, dude, this is a mistake. I mean, you're joking, right? You're gonna just tell me to sit down? I was waiting for this the whole time." He's like, "No, you're a part of the show," and that's where it started. That's where everything started. Like, like even musically, like it doesn't matter. Like all of my performance stems from me performing, and then performing in sports, realizing I did love some aspect of it, but my body wasn't equipped for that specifically. And then life taught me it was like for the art. That's what it was.
Gotcha. What position you play at basketball? Just curious.
They put me, even though I'm 6'1", as a four, sometimes five, and they'd have me. Reason why is because I can jump. I got a huge vert.
I was a five just because my height though.
I was the one guarding you and jumping over you.
Yeah.
That was me. Like that, and I could dunk and shit, But that was part of my injury. I damn near had a fucking concussion because I got clipped. And this is how high I could jump. My hand could touch the in the middle of the box in the backboard, like in the middle. Bam, I could touch that. My hand's over there. So when I was up there, I was going for a block on defense, and my ankle got clipped, and I just remember flipping. And then they said I tried to like they were like, "Yo, you good?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they said I collapsed or something. So
Damn.
mm-hmm.
Sounds painful.
It's all right, you know. I don't have any dents right now, but
So real quick, winding down here to your show. So December 20th. Are you going to stream it live? Are you going to have a YouTube video afterwards, or just a strictly live performance?
this will be recorded live for a special. So we got high quality cameras used from board films. We're gonna have multiple angles, including a crowd directed and edited to YouTube's like. And we're gonna have the YouTube officially posted on. Wait, we're gonna have the special officially posted on YouTube and displayed for everybody to see. And afterwards, if it could be a sell to anybody, I mean that's the process afterwards, and we'll see afterwards. But it will be available to everyone on my social media platforms. I'm going to be pushing that heavily, but it will be on YouTube for everyone to see.
Okay. So anything else you want to add, or actually, I don't know, real quick. So your favorite top three comedians of all time, or your influences?
It's always changing. It's always going to change, but based off of what I told myself the last time I was asked this question, I'm going to say Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, and Cat Williams.
Nice.
Yeah, those are my three favorites. And why?
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
Why? Dave Chappelle. Well, all of them genuine laughs. All of them genuine freaking gut bursting laughs to where I'm coughing or whatever. I resonate with them. I love talent. Um, I love impressions and multiverse comics, which is why I fuck with Eddie. Eddie changed the game. He was like not the first, but he was one of those rock star comics. It was like, damn, this dude, like the image, like him being everywhere, him singing. He has an album out. He's doing voice work, everything you'd want to do as a performer. And like him and Jamie are the main reasons why I mess with those comics. Them and Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. Um, Now Dave Chappelle. I don't know anybody that doesn't love that guy. He he was one of those comedians I saw, and I was like, I think it was Men in Tights. I saw him first.
I think it was my first time too. I didn't
Right.
know the time. I didn't know it was him at the
Right.
time, but
At the end of the guy, he was like, that black ass funny. And then I don't know how I started seeing him more, but I'm like, dude, this guy's a genius.
I remember Half Baked, and then it's like, oh, that was the guy in Men in Tights.
Right. It started to trickle down, and then you're like, Nutty Professor, what? And, Blue Street, what? And then, yeah, and then seeing his Dave Chappelle show, which is legendary to this day. And without him, we wouldn't have Key and Peele and all this other stuff, all this great stuff. And, I mean, I don't have to explain why Dave Chappelle is a GOAT, but. And then, Cat Williams. Cat Williams is like another one of those guys. I'm like, damn, like he's that true essence of like somebody I can show anybody and they're gonna just burst out laughing. And the thing with Cat, his intelligence is super underrated. He this nigga was like the Yoda of 2024.
Definitely, there's Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, like look at all this shit that happened. But he's one of those people I admire because like he and Dave and I believe Eddie, they're all about their truth and and betting on themselves,
Yeah.
betting on themselves and not letting industry standard take over who they are, what their image is, and truly showing you can be successful without getting fucked literally and figuratively. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember a Cat. I remember first time I saw him was Friday After Next, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember seeing him much other than other comedy specials. I don't remember seeing him in much TV or television?
He was in Damon Wayans' show at one point. He's been in a number of things, and then Comic View. Um, but the thing with him, he wasn't even Cat Williams at one point. He was Cat in the Hat for a long time. So he had to change up his image and shit. And who knows? Maybe I gotta change my name to Dick Tracy or something. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Those would be my answers.
Awesome. So anything else you want to add? So December 20th. What's the name and address of the place?
So December 20th, 2024 at Davenport in El Paso, Texas. That is Davenport Social Club. The show will start at 7:30. So far, we got a good number of tickets sold, about 20%. But if we get to about 70, we could start up a whole nother show that same night. I plan on doing that. I hope we get it packed out with crap load of familiar faces and a shitload of new ones as well. So we'll see what happens.
All right, sounds good, man. Appreciate you coming out, man. Thank
Thank
you.
you. We just shook hands.
Yeah.